guys, today going over the updated sales here. And this is the top 30 of movies, Blu-ray, and DVD. Top 30. A lot of movies went down in sales, like Pixels. The mystery of Pixels being on there will no longer be solved because it's no longer there. Um, Number one is Avengers, where it sold 2.2 million copies. To 2.2 million copies here. Avengers Endgame almost made $50 million. Pokemon Detective Pikachu sold 130,000 copies to 761,000 copies, which means it sold 3 million to 17 million copies already in 2 weeks. Captain Marvel, do not know why people are still buying this, but Captain Marvel sold 85,000 copies. Do not know why people are buying Captain Marvel still. The 2.6 million copies. And $61 million was spent on a very awful movie, Unplanned. It's the anti-abortion movie. Sold 32,000 copies and $1.4 million. So some people are buying that. Shazam sold 69,000 copies to 1.2 million copies. That's the amount of copies sold. Shazam is still doing relatively well despite Endgame coming out. Aquaman is doing relatively well too. The Sentence Free, it's like some Harry Potter ripoff. It's a Disney movie. And it sold 208,000 copies. So really nobody's buying this. Alita Battle Angel went down to number 7. 33,000 copies to 762,000. So that means next week Detective Pikachu will outsell Alita Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel has made $17 million by will probably make 800,000 copies by the end of this month. Curse of Valorona, no one's watching it, nobody's getting this, and sold 143,000 copies. A really awful second week for a very meh movie. Avengers Infinity War sold 28,000 copies and nearly 1.7 million. It sold a lot of copies because Endgame came out on Blu-ray. Batman Huss, it sold 22,000 copies. It'll probably go down like every other DC movie. Direct DVD animated movie, no one is gonna really buy it. Sans Vegas sold 20,000 copies at 2.4 million to $41 million. Do not same thing of Matilda. Do not know why people are buying this. Shadow, that's a new movie. It's a more niche movie, so of course not many people are buying it. The Goonies, continuing to do, it's another classic. Same thing with The Mask. Hellboy, do not know why this is still on the list. I thought Hellboy will be definitely off the list by now, but it made $9 million, 547,000 copies. Hellboy will definitely not reach 1 million copies, but it's selling pretty well for a movie that didn't do too well at the box office. For the Dark World, that got a 4K release, so a lot of people are buying that 4K Steelbook version. Gone with the Wind, 4.8 million copies, the anniversary of it. Great Wall, do not know why people are buying this, but it's selling well on DVD at least. Iron Man, also got a 4K version. Godzilla, that's still selling well because the new Godzilla movie is coming out soon. And the new Godzilla numbers are coming out soon. How to Train Dragon the Hidden World, that's still on here. 1.5 million. For 1.4 million. It's still hit 1.5. It's definitely the worst selling of the series. Domestic. I think it's the worst selling domestically. I don't know about international, but it's the worst selling domestically. Breakthrough, it sold 380,000 copies. It released on the same weekend as Shazam. It dropped greatly. It was doing well until Endgame came out. Aquaman still is managing to be on this list. Aquaman is the master of wigs. Okay, so Aquaman can sell 3 million by the end of the year. Then it's The Intruder. No one's buying this movie. Yellowstone, that's TV show. And then the rest are all movies that came out. Lion King's obviously selling because of the Lion King remake, and for Iron Man 2 and 3 are basically movies that have been on here for a got a 4K version. So that's basically about the new releases. Goodbye.